And Americans are paying more for goods and services across the board, stoking fears of defaulting on loans for previous purchases. In our NewsNation Decision Desk HQ poll, more than 59% of voters say they are having a hard time making ends meet, and 65% say they're living paycheck to paycheck. Right now, the national average remains at a record high, $4.61. That is 45 cents more than a month ago, and over $1.60 from 2021 for gas prices. This as used car prices slightly taper off from record highs earlier in the year, but buyers remain concerned about whether they can afford the cost of a car loan. Kayla Bruun is the economic analyst for the Morning Consult. She is joining us live tonight. Thanks so much for being here. So let's break it down. What should we know, first of all, if we're buying a new car right now?
Hi, so thank you for having me on. Good evening. The one thing I would really emphasize if you're heading out to buy a new car right now is be prepared for sticker shock. As you saw a little in the package before, prices have been going up for a lot of things. Cars are definitely one of them. And the main driver of that has really been supply chain disruptions. There's very low inventory and there's been pretty strong demand over the past year or so. Those two factors together have really combined to drive up prices. And with production continuing to be limited by this global chip shortage you may have heard about, it's not likely to clear up anytime very soon, especially for new car prices.
It's kind of a perfect storm. And so now let's talk about used car prices, because maybe a lot of people who go to buy those new cars are going to end up buying used cars instead. So is it worth it trading in your car? Should you sell it privately?
Well, that's kind of the flip side of the situation. On the one hand, with new car supply being suppressed, as you sort of implied, a lot of buyers have then gone to the used car market. As a result of that, used car prices actually have gone up more year over year than new car prices have. That's weakened a bit in the past couple months, but prices compared to historical levels for used cars are still very high. So if you do own a car and are considering selling, that could be a benefit to you. The value of your used vehicle has probably appreciated more than it would have a couple of months ago. So that's sort of the flip side of it. It's a bit of a seller's market.
Is there any idea when we can expect some relief?
So for used cars, the past couple months, prices did fall a tiny bit, but there's a variety of projections on this chip shortage and when that will ease up, and supply really is the limiting factor. That's looking like it's going to persist at least for the next few months. So not likely to be a huge influx of new inventory soon. What could bring relief a little bit sooner to some degree would be some softening of demand, which we may start to see. Morning Consult's index of consumer sentiment that we track is kind of an indicator of consumer demand for large purchases, including new and used cars. That's softened a lot in recent months. Consumers don't feel it's a good time to buy a new or used car, largely because of these affordability concerns. So that softer demand could continue to soften prices a bit, but any falls will be limited by that low inventory.
So as a result, are consumers showing restraint when it comes to buying cars as a result of the inflation and the supply chain and everything else that you've been talking about? Or are they still taking on these big loans because they have to get that car?
It's interesting. So what we see in our data is actually, if you look back a year ago, from April is our latest data point. So if we compare year over year, April 2021 to April 2022, the share of adults who say they want to buy a new or used car has actually increased over the year. But what I actually think that's more an indication of is not that they think it's a good time to buy a car, but I think that's maybe a bit of an accumulation of that unmet demand. Consumers who have wanted to buy a car over the past year have been confronted by, those vehicles being out of stock or unaffordable. And as a result, they continue to want to buy newer used cars, and that's sort of showing up in our data. But at the same time, those headwinds aren't going away. So I'd be surprised if that demand actually gets fulfilled to the extent that we're seeing it in our data.
Are there a lot of loan delinquencies right now?
That's a big thing. Yeah, that affordability is becoming such a growing concern for U.S. adults, and it's partly due to these fundamentals in the car market, actually affecting affordability there, both with prices and with borrowing costs getting more expensive. But then at the same time, there's inflation overall is really pressuring budgets and adding to concerns about affordability. And as consumers are seeing so many things getting more expensive, including essentials like food and gas, there's a lot of competing costs in household budgets, with auto loans and leases being one of them. So being able to make those payments is becoming increasingly difficult for a lot of households with that rising cost of living.
Okay, hate to leave it on that note, but Kayla Bruun, thanks for being with us and breaking it down for us.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.